currently hospitalized with COVID-19. That's according to HHS data. Now, I want to bring in our next guest, a welcome face here on BNC, Dr. Reed Tuckson. He's the co-founder of the Black Coalition Against COVID. Dr. Tuckson, Happy New Year. I didn't want to start the new year like this. Nobody did. We're happy to have you, but let's talk about what's happening now. These booster shots now authorized for children as young as 12. Will it help curb this current surge that we're seeing?
Well, just like Mayor Adams said, and to paraphrase him, we are under the fierce urgency of now. And it will make a big difference being able to get booster shots into our younger children. Let's remind ourselves that the one thing that we know about Omicron in terms of being effective at mitigating its harshest elements, and that being making us very ill, being hospitalized or dying, is the booster shot. That we've learned that the virus is very good at evading our antibodies from natural infection and those that were done through vaccines. We do know, though, by adding 2 doses of the vaccine, Pfizer and Moderna, or 1 dose of J&J, plus the boosters, that is really what it takes to protect us from the Omicron variant. And so now we will have our children 12 and above being able to receive that protection. This is a very important development, but it is only important if our parents get our kids to be vaccinated.
Absolutely. It rests on the parents' shoulders. So, doctor, what should we look for in our children in terms of symptoms? Because we've been hearing about the flu, the cold, the COVID, and Delta, and this one and that one. Is there anything in particular that might seem different with the Omicron variant? Is it milder in our children? Are we seeing any different type of symptoms? What should we notice with our children?
Really, the symptoms continue to be very, very similar to a cold, a flu, and those things, which makes it very difficult, doesn't it? And so, yes, if you're having headaches and severe, and of course, congestion, but fever is a very important thing to pay attention to. Also, we do know that the Delta variant is still around in very large numbers, and so there we're seeing the pattern also of loss of taste and smell. But one of the things that your question really does bring up is how important it is to get all of us, including our kids, vaccinated against the flu. We are seeing a lot of people in our hospitals, particularly our children, who have combinations of things, who have COVID and flu or infections with what we call the RSA virus. So please get your kids vaccinated. And don't forget, you can get vaccinated from COVID and your booster at the same time that you get your flu vaccine. Very easy to do.
Oh my goodness, these poor babies, honestly, it's hard enough on adults, but kids, they just have no idea what's going on. And these numbers, doctor, they show the virus is spreading at higher rates than before. Do we need to revisit and update the previous safety measures?
A little bit. And this is a very important point. And by the way, I love your comment about our poor babies. Let's remind ourselves, adults, that what we do or don't do causes our children to suffer. So all of you who are being selfish and self-absorbed and narcissistic about not wearing your mask or not getting vaccinated or not getting boosters, you are hurting vulnerable people, vulnerable children, vulnerable people with other illnesses. I would say in terms of the one advice I would have in terms of modifying from the past is let's move up now to N95 masks. I think the cloth mask we're now finding, given the extraordinary ability for Omicron to spread to human beings without having to be in the same space for almost no time at all, just passing by somebody who has it and who coughs or speaks or sneezes can cause us to be infected. I think it is now time, and what I am doing in my own life and recommending to everyone is wearing the N95 mask, and I'm putting away the cloth mask for now.
But doctor, weren't those the masks that were supposed to be for the healthcare workers?
We now have enough N95s for everybody to have, and including the healthcare workers. So you can go ahead and get those N95 masks.